this is so much more than economic development, job creation, tourism enhancement. This is a partnership. It's a brotherhood. It's family. You know, their company is built on the premise of a family of families. And we do share values, our core values. For many of us, our faith, our common conviction in trying to better mankind for all. And I'm, again, grateful, I'm humbled, and I'm honored to introduce the Horse Soldier team, John Coco, Elizabeth Pritchard Coco, and Scotty Neal. Would you all come forward and say a few words?
If I could, I've seen it start with the growth of the production of alcohol. I've seen it start with the vineyards, and then to beer, and then the packaged liquor, and then promotion of wine and spirits, the harder liquor, and I see that even in pharmacies, a lot of hard spirits available to seniors and so on. And then from there, there's a beer brewery that has come to Somerset, and now they're wanting a bourbon brewery. So there's just seems to be no settling point. It's increased in that perspective.
Well, I think some of it is societal in a broader sense, in that people are more comfortable with social drinking, with responsible drinking. And that's something that I'm pretty adamant about too, is that, we're not pushing alcohol on people by any means. As a pro-liberty person, then I think people do have the right to make choices. But I'm also sensitive to those that don't drink at all.
Right.
Many in my family choose not to drink at all.
Somerset and Burnside, and even go back to when Brother Taylor was at First Baptist, he was a strong, he stood against alcohol very strongly. I remember those days and the rallies.
Sensitive, I don't speak for the Baptist Church. I can speak from my own perspective, and my interpretation of the Bible is that drunkenness is a sin, and I don't encourage people to consume it at that level. As I mentioned, I think that alcohol, that it's something that should be done carefully. It should be used in moderation. But when that's the case, then I don't think it's a sinful business, if you will.
Right.
And I serve on Sundays, and I'm proud of that. But in a lot of ways, I try to keep them separate.
Many churches accept it, and they are not disturbed by it. That's why they, go to restaurants. They like the restaurant, the booze. I should say booze. These spirits doesn't affect them like it used to. And churches used to be strongly against alcohol.
Here in Somerset, Burnside, Pulaski County, it's been wonderful for us as far as the tourism goes. Not only for people that are coming to our downtowns and to the lake, we've got to think about our conventions and our business folks. People that travel, that are coming from bigger cities and coming to conventions here in Somerset, they want some of the same things that they have at home, but maybe a little bit different. They want their tap on Maine, they want their jar fly, they want their mole hole, they want different things, but they also want to be able to have the nice food, the craft beer, and things to be able to do on their off time.
I don't think Burnside has benefited nearly from the sales of alcohol as Somerset has. There has been an increased revenue. There's been an increase of restaurants and even some businesses. Factories have moved in, and there's also been, I've seen an increase of traffic, and also an increase of accidents. There's more vice, more arrests. There's been more drifters. And then one thing you wouldn't think about too, and I don't know if it's attributed to alcohol, but there's been more diversity, been increase in diversity. And there seems to be an increase in homelessness, whether that is related or not. That's what I've noticed since the sale of alcohol.
Yeah, I think the first thing that comes to mind is the restaurants. We've seen the development of a higher caliber restaurant. Nightlife has improved. You know, there's a couple different places downtown to enjoy company and community over a beverage. And then now I think you're going to see tremendous job creation and economic development in the form of a distillery. And that could turn into, you know, new hotels, new restaurants, or perhaps just making the ones we already have busier.
I was concerned about addiction. Alcohol is very addictive. The accessibility, it's, it's accessible about anywhere, grocery stores, service stations, even pharmacies. And then the availability, I objected to that and felt like that was very harmful to the family.
I've been honestly a little surprised. It seems like everybody's just really excited and welcoming. You know, I'm sure there are those who are not happy about it, but by and large, and I'm talking 90+%, the feedback has been nothing short of amazing.
Alcohol is a drug, and Kentucky is at the bottom of the list in the nation for drug abuse, very alarming. And now to go beyond the liquid drug of alcohol, they're going to marijuana. They're starting with medical marijuana, and if they follow the other states, it will lead to recreational marijuana.
My heart starts racing just thinking about it. The projections for when Horse Soldier Bourbon starts producing here in Somerset, Kentucky, which is amazing that they've chosen us, is outstanding. I can't even give you a number. Folks are going to be coming from all over the world, and I mean all over the world. When people visit the Bourbon Trail, they're coming from Europe, they're coming from Spain. So once we become someone on that Bourbon Trail, they're going to be coming to us too. Well, if they're traveling to us and visiting us, they've got to stay with us. They've got to eat with us. They want to get on our houseboats. They're going to fill up with fuel. So it's just going to be fabulous, not only for economic impact, but folks are going to get good paying jobs with this too. And we're really, really proud that they've decided to choose Somerset, Kentucky. And
the thing that concerns me about the alcohol is the way that it has been a prey, P-R-E-Y, a prey on our youth. And it's alarming because it is accessible and available. You know, adults can buy it for them. And then the senior age, with the access to spirits and pharmacy, I see a lot of seniors carrying out, the strong drink that I never saw before. And the harm to the family, I feel like, regardless of the revenue and the growth, as we mentioned before, the family has suffered the most because of addiction. Addiction is an enemy.